Do you think they'll do Jason Statham like and
Wait, what's his name?
I don't in on the
There's
show it's
yeah,
his
no,
name's Jason Statham.
that's how you say it.
Do 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 do. Small talk.
Welcome to episode 43 of Small Talk. I am your host, Dylan. I am joined here by my co-host, Sean. We got Eddie Money Mendez and joined by a special surprise guest, Manny.
Hello, hello, hello.
Thanks for joining us, Manny. Thank you for the new intro as well. All the graphics that you're seeing right now, all done by Manny. He does a fantastic job in areas that I do not do a great job. Zach's been keeping him to himself, so
I know.
He makes sure that we don't have any better logos than the LC dub here in Small Talk.
I escaped.
But
I'm running.
Yeah, he's running loose on him now. Before we kick things off, we want to thank our friends over at Watto's Scrapyard for sponsoring this week's episode of Small Talk. And to get into smaller talk, this segment, so Manny, this is a newer segment. We're still kind of installing it here. It's something where we can do new this week to us. It doesn't have to be brand new things, or it can just be important segments that you want to talk about, anything like that. This one is probably going to get taken up mostly by Sean's unboxings. He's got a shit ton of figures in that he wants to show off. So go down the list real quick, Sean, what you all got new.
So last time I forgot to show my new Wing Zero model kit. So we're going to show that off. The green Zeo Ranger from the Lightning Collection. And then the Incredible Hulk from the Marvel's Kenner 3.75. The newer stuff that's come out. And also
the retro
Captain
line.
America. Yeah, the retro line.
You're gonna open the Hulk?
I am probably going to open the Captain America.
Wow, you crazy
Hell
bastard.
yes. That's they're still up for sale, I think, aren't they?
Oh, there's plenty of them. And
Yeah.
and at Heroes and Fantasies at the shop, man, we have plenty. I really want to snag up the Spider-Man, and there's also a Miss Marvel, classic Miss Marvel. So I was kind of thinking of picking her up as well.
Sweet. Yeah, we actually covered those, I think, was it last show or 2 shows ago?
I think it was a couple.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that is a good haul. I kind of had to do some talking into with you because you sent me a picture at your comic book shop that we had, or that you got a bunch of them in, and you're like, should I do it? And I was like, yeah, you probably should.
I have the original Captain America. So like the 3.75, I have that one and the Venom, and I ended up giving it to my son because he really liked it. And then I ran into these when they came out. It was kind of a shock because I hadn't been at the shop for a while, and like you said, you had to kind of talk me into picking them up. But let me go ahead and show you the model kit first because this is what I was supposed to show the last time. So
yeah.
This is the Master Grade Verka Wing Zero from Endless Waltz.
Oh, yeah,
and the reason why I had to get him... Say what?
I didn't know you were into Gundam.
Mainly the Endless Waltz line. And with this particular one, I was hesitant at first because it wasn't OVA accurate, but it was... manga accurate. And what they did in the manga is they actually gave him a shield, basically the same shield that he's had, just a little bit different colors.
What's OVA mean?
So the OVA is the the original video anime or something, I can't remember, but that was like back on Toonami and all that kind of stuff. And when they dropped the movie, they called it Mobile Suit Gundam or what was it? It was the yeah, it was the Mobile Suit Gundam Glorious Losers, the Endless Waltz, and I think that's also what the anime is called. And they finally redid the Wing Zero, which it's been over like 10 years since the original one. And I finally went ahead and picked it up because when we get the new house, the Gundams are one thing I want to unbox and finally pose and get to where I want it to be, which kind of hits the nostalgia factor for me.
Wait,
that was
Sean,
kind of the big thing.
That's not a model kit. That's already pre-built.
No, this is a model kit.
Oh, okay.
Why were you thinking it was a
Because you said unbox and pose, and I was like, I thought
Well,
it was
because
that meant like, you know,
these things are highly articulated. You know,
Yeah.
they got double, triple joints. Especially this one. One of the bigger issues was the double blaster guns would always fall off his hands, and they put a couple extra pegs in there to kind of peg the guns in. They added the shield, couple better ports for the blades and stuff. On top of just a different frame on the inside. So
yeah.
but I did get this Zeo Green Ranger right here. Sorry, it's kind of. But I was gonna bust this open real quick.
The only Zeo Ranger that I have is the gold one.
He's my favorite. That
I
was
grew up
such a
with that
good.
guy, so-
That was such a good set.
Which Rangers was that from? Was it
It's
Mighty?
yeah,
Oh,
Zeo. So
That's
af-
okay. I didn't know what that.
right
was
after
past-
Mighty Morphin.
Yeah. I remember watching Zeo, but like here and there. I don't think I was as into it as I was Mighty Morphin as a kid.
No, you could tell
Oh,
they were really
oh, yeah.
trying to switch up the team and stuff like that. I mean,
They're
by
kind
that
of beating
time,
a dead horse.
yeah, exactly. By that time, the like Zach and Trini and
R.I.P.
I'm blanking on the name. Austin St. John's character. They were already gone. You know.
Eddie, do you do Gundams? Because
No,
you don't,
I don't-
Manny, right?
Here, hold on. I don't have
No,
any
no.
Gundam, but I have a couple model kits of Zoids,
That's pretty cool.
and
Okay.
I have a couple Metabot model kits. I don't know if you guys remember Metabots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I have a couple of those that I haven't built. I've built 2 Zoid model kits, and the reason I was like kind of asking Sean about the model kits and the posing is because the Zoids, they're really cool, but I don't like posing them because pieces fall off. Like you have to glue them together, you know,
Well,
for them to really be stable, and it's
The
just annoying.
coolest thing about the Zoids though was the like they kind of had the little engine, you know, the little mechanisms in there to kind
Yeah.
of make them walk
Yeah, they
and
do.
stuff.
The older ones, I don't have any of those. Those were my bad. Those were the original ones. That I have one of those that I found at like just a random shop that had like old vintage toys, and he had one of those, and he's like, "You could take it for like $20." I was like, "Oh shit, cool." So the electronics don't work that well anymore though. Like the legs get all jacked up. They like twitch and stuff, but.
So he's got a big old mole on his nose.
That's from the show?
No.
Oh, it's just like a paint defect?
Yeah, it's a paint defect.
Wow.
Which I
Gotta
don't
go
think
get it
I'll
checked
ever
out.
be using this, but it's still kind of annoying. It's right in the center of his face.
You can't scratch it off?
No, I'm trying to.
Spit on it a little bit.
There you go. Give it a little...
Uh-huh.
Oh, he froze up and with
We
it on
lost him.
screen. God damn, Sean. Eddie, do you have any... You don't do any Power Ranger collect... You don't have any figures of them anymore,
I had
right?
I had the Lightning collection when it first came out. I had all the figures that up to I think the Pink Ranger, and then anything after that I think I had stopped, and I was like, I can't collect it. And it was right around when the third party 1/6 stuff was announced, the Ace Toys. So I was gonna get those, and then I was waiting on them, and then the now the 3-0 ones were announced, so now I'm planning to get those. So once those release,
Yeah,
but I do want something from Power Rangers in my collection. I have the dragon. What is the dragon sword? I forgot
The
what
dragon
it's called.
dagger.
Yeah, I have the dagger from Hasbro.
So that's everything else. The sword. It's got the little lightning for his gun, and then the gun and a couple extra hands.
Do you mean
Does he-
Saba?
No, not
What?
Saba. Not Saba. The Green Rangers. The one that the Green Ranger uses.
Yeah, the
The
dragon
one that he
dagger.
magically plays through a
Yeah,
helmet?
the flute. Yeah.
That's the one I
That
always
you
see
never
the
think
meme.
of as a kid.
Yeah.
How do you
I
never think of
always
that
see
as
a
a kid?
meme for that one where he's playing it through the helmet, right?
Yeah.
All right, so
Dude,
I think
those
I'm gonna
shows are
go ahead and
cringe.
open up the Captain America.
Hell yes, these are what I'm jacked for. So these 3 3/4 inch retro
Sorry for
Hasbro
the
retro
glare.
figures. That's pretty cool packaging too.
Yeah,
That's-
it's definitely updated, but it still kind of gives you that nostalgic feel.
Yeah. I would be interested in seeing how those compare with Mezco's 3 3/4 inch, because Mezco's 3 3/4 inch scale or 5 points line is supposed to be very good with the paint.
That's cool. The shield is cool.
Yeah, that's really nice.
How does he hold it with the figure that small?
It just clips on to his wrist,
Oh, okay.
Okay.
and then so I wanted to grab the original one, but I'm not 100% sure where my son put it. So
Sweet.
It's a cool figure, man.
How are the joints? Do they feel sticky or how are
no, they're
Super
actually
smooth?
pretty solid. Actually, you know what? The legs kind of feel like they're going to get loose eventually. Like if you do a lot of
Oh, yeah.
kicking like that, I could already feel it like
Yeah.
that. But the arms feel pretty good. And then he's got the little port on the back for the shield, but
That's pretty cool.
there's really
Yeah, how do
no
you...
way. There's really no way to.
what?
Wow.
There's
Maybe
gotta
a
be
water
or something.
something. Why would he come
Did-
with a hole in the back?
Did the
I mean,
original
are they gonna
have...
start doing Build-A-Figures of this too?
Did the original release have a peg on the shield instead of a clip?
No. Well,
Oh,
the
wow.
one that I have did not have a shield. I bought it loose, so if it had a shield, I'm not 100% sure.
Oh, that's so strange.
that's
Why
weird.
else would it come with a peg on the back?
Yeah. How well do they stand, Sean?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Because I always thought that was weird with like
Actually,
3
he
and 3/4
stands very
collectors.
well.
Oh, really?
Don't
me
put
see
the
if I-
camera down. I know you're not wearing pants.
Yeah, you know, it's
I'm gonna
Thursday,
see some other 3 and 3/4.
God damn it. Let's see. I'm gonna. God damn it, Eddie.
3 3/4 inch. Okay, so you're gonna do the Hulk too now, or just the Captain America for now? Sweet.
That looks pretty good though. Let's get the shield on.
So what would you say are your first overall impressions? Is it a line you would dive deeper down or no?
I mean, I think so. I mean, they're just kind of cool, you know? They're just kind of cool to keep on the desk maybe or something like that. You know, don't expect much out of it,
Sure.
you know?
There's a
You
lot
could-
of
I would-
detail in the sculpt, like of the musculature and everything for a 3 and 3/4 figure. I think it looks pretty good.
Well, and it's definitely like classic Captain America.
I mean, it's probably smooth. There's no scaling in the blue,
No,
right?
no, not at all.
What's it called again? Something mail, scale mail, or something like that
Yeah.
is what they call it. Yeah, that the big thing with 3 3/4 inch things that like how I like to judge them. I don't have a bunch of them, so I'm not like an expert on them or anything. But the paint is what I pay attention to the most. How does that look on that in person to you, Sean?
maybe the face has a little bit of spotting here or there. I mean, but it's like in the blue of the mask, like right here under the eye.
Okay, a little drippage.
Yeah. And then a little bit of the white on his little feather ears right there. It's kind of a little off center, but it's not bad.
Okay.
There's a little white paint. That's not even a scuff, it's just like a dot.
Better paint
But,
than your Power Ranger.
Yeah, exactly right. Not that I'll be using that head sculpt. But I mean, like I said, if you do decide to dive deep in this, you could see there's a little bit of paint on the star that's kind of, maybe you can't see it here, but I mean, that's not going to be a big deal.
Yeah. The back star.
But if you're going to dive into this, all right, I'm opening the Hulk.
Oh, hell yes. While you're doing that real quick, Eddie, did you get anything new from the last show you want to talk about?
I don't think so. Nothing. No small scale stuff. I got some Hot Toys, but yeah, I don't think I got anything small scale this week or these last 2 weeks.
What about you, Manny? I know you're trying to get out of small stuff.
Oh, dude. Yeah, I'm just collecting 6 scale. But I was in the store a couple weeks ago, and I picked these up. I picked a set up for Eric and I.
So, okay, there's Sean's Hulk. That looks
Look
pretty
at his
cool.
eyes.
Compare that, the size. We'll get back to you, Manny, here. Sorry.
Yeah, that's cool.
We'll compare the size to Captain America.
That was a good size.
Yeah? That's pretty sweet. I think I like the Hulk more, to be honest.
Yeah.
But
You know, when I was looking at them at the shop, I was like, man, which one do I like more? You know, and I immediately thought about the Captain America just because I already had it. And then I saw the Hulk, and I was like, man, he just looks way too cool. I think it's a good Hulk, though.
He looks like this dude that I buy my tacos from, the street tacos. He's big. He's a big, beefy boy.
How are the street tacos, though?
His eyes are
Badass.
definitely off center, though.
Oh,
yeah,
they
his eyes
are.
a little wonky, too.
Oh, no.
Wow.
Hey, you guys.
Dude, you should see him with the spatula. He's like this.
No.
Hey, but they come out.
no.
They come out good, though.
But let's see if I can get him to stand.
That's awesome.
And he's
Oh.
dead.
So, Manny, sorry, what were you saying you got here?
Yeah, I picked up a set of these for Eric and I. The vintage Mando. They're pretty sweet. But I'm not going to be going crazy with smaller stuff. Like I said, I'm just going to stick to 1/6. But, I mean, I couldn't pass this up for like $10.
Really?
Another Kenner figure.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, they're pretty badass together. They had Cara Dune too, but I didn't see her on the peg.
Yeah, I've seen restockings around on Cara Dune. I know that's kind of been big with obviously with her getting fired. A lot of people have been scrambling to try and find her figure. But the Dork Lair, Bill, tweeted out one of the guys that's kind of famous for reselling Star Wars figures. He tweeted, or he didn't tweet out, but he mentioned a couple that were still selling them, and including Dorkside, I think Cara Dune went back in stock there for the Kenner throwback. But yeah, they've been
Very cool.
tough to find.
I got him to stand. You know, the hip joints and stuff on both figures are really good.
That's important.
So they're gonna stand pretty good. And you know, I don't really think you could expect a lot of detail out of these. I mean, I think the big thing for like, especially the Hulk, is that like you said, like the musculature is there. You know, he just kind of looks big and bulky.
Right.
I mean, again, these are just going to be fun figures to have like on a desk or something like that. You're not going to look to get more articulation or anything out of them. Just pure nostalgia factor.
How much were these, Sean?
I bought them at my shop, $12.99.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
okay.
what they go. I've seen them from about 11 to 14 in
Yeah.
that range.
And we had them all. We had the other one I definitely want to get. I just didn't pull the trigger last weekend was the Spider-Man. Because that was like the classic one.
Yeah,
know,
you
that-
can't go wrong with Spider-Man ever, really.
No.
You said it was $12.99, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
What's weird on Hasbro Pulse? I know when we went over like the announcement of these if you go to try and buy them from Hasbro Pulse, they only sell them in the. Oh my god, that was loud in my headset. In the pack of 6 of them for like $80 or something like that. But all right, so now start unboxing your Gundam. We're gonna sit here while you put it together.
Yeah. No.
Wow.
So, okay, so the plan for this Gundam...
Just kidding.
The plan
Totally
for the
kidding.
Gundam, though, is I need to get in touch with someone to do a badass paint job on it. Because between him and the Tall Geese 3, which I do have already, I want those to be like the standouts in the entire run. Like the biggest thing for me was the Endless Waltz. Like the regular anime was huge for me. Like my brother was a big DBZ fan, but I waited to watch Gundam. And making sure that those two guys have a good paint job is important. So I'll probably find someone to do a little bit of weathering on it, make it look real good, kind of maybe more flat, because in my eyes, like a Gundam shouldn't be all glossy, it's been in war. But real quick, guys, the last thing I got was this new Galaxy phone. So
Sweet.
I'm hoping to use this.
Oh my god, a reflection.
Yeah.
So
I'm hoping to use that for unboxings as soon as I can figure out some video settings.
also, Sean, don't short us. You finally got your SH figure arts into. You were supposed to cover them last episode, but you couldn't make it because of the storms.
You know what? If you want to hang on a second, I'll go grab them real quick.
You don't have to. Just real quick, because you did unboxings on them. Check it out on our Facebook page on Collecting Weekly Auxiliary. But tell us what you think of them. Kind of a post unboxing review, mini review on them.
Super happy with the Scarlet Witch.
First, which ones did you all finally get?
So it was the Scarlet Witch in-game final battle, and then the I Am Iron Man with the snapping finger and. That has a little backdrop, and then also the battle damage final battle Thanos SH figure arts.
Okay.
And if I had to rank them, I say Scarlet Witch definitely took it. Her effect pieces on it are really, really nice. All you really need to do is make sure you have an SH figure art stand or a Tamashii Nation stand, right? And she came with a couple different extra hands. One that has the little red glowing on both sides for her floating effect. And then she had a couple different, I think she had a couple more hands, and then a different head sculpt. And then her hair, as far as her hair, it was one was kind of going across her, and then the other one was just kind of straight down. The next one would definitely be the Iron Man. It came with this rock stand where you could kneel him down and kind of do that whole final battle pose. The one thing I don't like is that he has this electrical effect that goes down his arm, but you have to switch out the snapping finger, I think, for that. And I much rather have had the effect on the snapping finger. And so that was that, but the head sculpt looked really good. I thought the likeness was there, especially for an SH figure arts. And then the final one would be the Thanos for me, mainly because he's got that shoulder armor on his bicep right here, and it's extremely hard to keep that on, to keep it pegged into his bicep.
Oh,
and so it falls off a lot. And then I think that's the biggest complaint, just to keep the armor on. So I kind of took the armor off because I have him kind of close to Scarlet Witch, so that whole scene where she's kind of doing the job on on Thanos in the movie.
So that Iron Man, the SH figure, it's Iron Man. I was really close to buying because I bought the I Am Iron Man Mark III, like the repaint or re-release.
Right.
And then I also bought the Mark One, the P Bandai exclusive.
Right. How do you like
blew-
the Mark 1? I skipped out on that one.
Blew me away, to be honest. I wasn't going to open it right away. And then I opened up the Mark III, loved it. And then, so I was like, God, I got to open up the Mark. I didn't know that they have diecast in them.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, I have
heavy
both Mark
figures.
85s, and they're both really nice.
Yeah. Okay. I was thinking about doing like a early and then a late, like a first suit and then a last Iron Man, but
Right.
I ended up passing on because the Mark 85 Iron Man guy was a P Bandai exclusive, right?
Right. Yeah. Well, and the big story on that was for like I said in the unboxing video is when it was on its way over here, there was this big storm and they had off of Hawaii, and because of that they lost some shipment. So P Bandai was like, we don't know where our cargo is. We don't know if it fell into the sea or if it is like somewhere in the ship or what. So we'll get back with you. And that's basically what they said. That's the gist of what they said. And then you don't hear anything from them for a few months. People are emailing them. You could tell with the way that they're kind of sending emails out after that. Like the ship finally docked in Japan. They're looking at everything, making sure everything's okay, but local authorities are dealing with the situation, so we can't get in there. And then in February, we get an email saying the ship's back on its way. It's heading for the States. But they said, as far as the cargo goes, we don't know if things are damaged but our cargo is there. It did not fall over. And
Instead, they put it on the Evergreen.
yeah, exactly, right. And it finally docks and stuff. And I actually emailed them. I was like, listen, you said that if there's damage, you'll have to deal with it. And I said, listen, I don't care about the box damage. I just want the figures. Mm-hmm. And the first time they were like, you don't have a P Bandai account, so we can't answer this question.
And you were like, I will kill you.
Yeah, and I was like, no, I do have an account, and they never got back to me. About a week later, I tried to email them again, and they're like, we don't have any updates. We can't tell you what's going on yet, but we're looking into it. And then I just get a shipping notice.
Well,
so I was like, cool.
That'll work.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for that, Sean. That was good. Makes it harder to not order those 3 3/4 inchers. And then sad that I didn't order the Mark 85. But anyways, on to news.
If you need some, we can get some sent to you, man.
No. Okay, so for the Mezco Minute here, I didn't really get anything new. I have something in the mail. Of course, it won't be here till tomorrow, so I'll just cover it on next show. But Mezco's big announcement that they released yesterday was Batman Gotham by Gaslight. This was $115 release for next year, January through March 2022. It's a Mezco exclusive, which means you obviously can only get it from their website. And at time of recording, they're doing since it's a pre-order, not an instant buy like their Rumble Society stuff, or buy and ship, whatever you want to call it. It's a pre-order window that they're doing, so that closes tomorrow. They sent out. What are you laughing at, Eddie?
Arcs. You saw the comment from Mark. He's just a
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I said that, and then he said
Who is that?
Archangel. He's from. I found out about him on DCX, so he's one of the DCX statue guys that's over on their channel, and then, once we started going on their channel and coming back, some of the DCX guys came over here, so he's from there.
Sup, Archangel. Sorry, we don't have any statues to show you here. But
I did
anyways,
unbox one about a week ago though.
Yep.
This guy going for $115. These wings, like the glider things, look pretty sick. They're hinged, apparently, like actually hinged.
Oh wow.
So they fold up and out. And if you don't know anything about Gotham by Gaslight, I got burned last time I tried to talk about it. So I actually watched it on HBO. I got lucky. I didn't watch it because of the figure. I just went through a phase where I was watching a ton of stuff. But it's a 20. You can either read the comic, obviously, or the movie that's based off it. It's a 2018 American animated superhero film around Batman, and it's supposed to take place kind of around the Jack the Ripper. That's kind of the
Like the 20s.
yeah. It's supposed to be like over 100 years ago, pretty much. And so it's just kind of tries to shed some light on what Batman would be like back then.
So
And-
do they still have like? So is Jack the Ripper the actual villain, or is there still like Joker and like all the main villains? in
Yeah,
there?
so I know Selena Kyle is still in it. James Gordon. They keep a lot of the same characters. They just put it essentially in a different era. But Jack the Ripper, they kind of base it off of like Jack the Ripper like preys on like women and things like that, just like the real guy. But you find out obviously there's like twists and things like that. You find out who he actually is, and the fight scene with him is different. Yeah, it's pretty good. I wouldn't say it's my cup of tea for a Batman storyline, but it's fun. I would definitely watch it.
What's the difference between the two masked or cowled head sculpts?
Yeah, so I don't have a picture showing it. One is where he's got his teeth like this.
Oh, the classic angry
Yeah.
Mezco head sculpt.
Yeah, kind of like a cringing face.
Wait,
that
that's
no
your
one-
face, dude. Didn't you make that face when I was making fun of you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm not a big fan of that face, but just the maskless face sculpt or
Yeah.
portrait that looks good.
I like the sideburns.
Yeah,
That's cool.
Yeah, so obviously trying to stick with the times there.
Yeah.
And then you can't really see it here, but he's got like brass knuckles that he uses.
Yeah.
He uses really like retro, like things that you wouldn't think Batman would use,
Yeah.
but obviously for the time he has to. I was a fan of it. I agree, Scott. I wish they would just release 89 Batman, but I've heard whispers that they're still trying to figure out materials because of the seamless body. I think I said it last show. Mez, the founder, he's very, very picky on his materials, and so he's gone around in circles on trying to find the perfect material for the seamless body of the 89 bats and make sure that it'll still have articulation. Is obviously we all know that's the big problem with the Hot Toys one, so he's really trying to perfect that. I think I don't want to rush perfection with that figure because I am excited about it. Manny, you still have that one on order, don't you? The 89 bats. You're on mute.
Dang it. Sorry, I'm a noob. Yes, I do have it on order, but I don't know if I'm going to get it after all because I'll just go down the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to... I'm at the top, dude. I'm like holding on,
Yeah.
with my nails.
Yeah.
I just crawled out and I don't want to get thrown back in, so...
Yeah.
Fair. Yeah. I
feel
don't
you,
think
man.
you won't
Just-
have a shortage of buyers, I don't think.
Oh, yeah. Just real quick, I really like the way they did this cowl on this Batman on this figure. It has that line that the Battinson cowl has, and I think Adam West's Batman has that separation. I really
Like,
dig that now.
In here,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
saying?
Yeah, it's like on the forehead.
Yeah.
It's like a stitching.
Right,
Yeah.
like a seam where
I love
like
that.
it's like a mask connected to the helmet kind of thing. Yeah.
Right. I love that.
that is cool. It seems more raw. I like that too. I like the symbol of this Batman as well. Like from here, on the on the glider. I'm excited. A lot of people have been throwing out ideas on what else they could use kind of this glider with. I'm sure they'll bring it into Rumble Society down the road, and some other like figures or superheroes or something like that they could reuse it for. So,
dude, Batman's my guy.
Yeah.
You could tell he's the top shelf up there. So,
hell yes, yeah, same here. I think that was when I hopped on my first like official episode with you guys, Manny. I think that was one of the first questions you guys asked me, and it was one I think you specifically asked, is which was my favorite Batman, and you got all sad because I said Bale, Christian Bale.
Yeah.
You guys will get real sad if you heard my favorite Batman. So.
Oh God, let me guess.
George Clooney.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I guess it both of them. It's a tie, but they're the same Batman, just different actors. So
it's still supposed to be Michael Keaton, but
Val Kilmer.
I love Michael Keaton, but I just have more nostalgia for Kilmer and Clooney's movies.
I would agree. I would like those were more so of my childhood. I know Manny said like you grew up watching the '89, so that makes sense for you. But overall, I seem to gravitate just towards more Batman that resemble the animated series. I don't particularly love the look of the animated series, but I like the design of this, like with the yellow symbol, and the animated series one was based off the '89 look, so I like the look of that one the most.
right.
Overall, I just like the movies of the Christopher Nolan series, mainly because they finally showed what a lot like the casual fan didn't realize what the Joker can do or is capable of, because everyone's like, oh my god, he's a clown, he's the Joker, who cares? And then you watch that movie with Heath Ledger and you're like, holy shit, that's a different character than I thought. So like to the casual fan, that's why I like that series, is they do, it seems like they do villains justice, maybe even if it's at the I guess sabotaging Batman a little bit and his fighting in that, but yeah. Anyways,
Really quick.
Yeah.
Ark's asking if they're going to do any more figures from this movie. I don't think they announced anything, Ark, but maybe if this sells well, they'll look into it. But it's kind of hit or miss for like the gallery. It's usually they do a lot of Batmans, and then you'll get certain rogue gallery characters here and there.
yeah, I would say, yeah, like you said, Eddie, it depends if it sells well, and it was a pre-order window, so it's not like it'll sell out, but they'll gauge it off of that, out of how many sell during this pre-order window. And then obviously I think if there's some reusable parts with some villains they make, I don't know if they'll do some of the other ones. They've been short on the villains, so I would hope that if they would, they'd just do Jack the Ripper. But who knows? That's a good question. I don't see them going super far because they still got to catch up on just regular basic villains like Bane. I want them to do. He mentioned
Bane,
Penguin in his interview.
Oh, that'd be cool. That'd be an interesting figure body.
Right. He said the biggest issue with that is now Warner Brothers cracking down on the whole gun thing. And he's like, how can you have Penguin without a gun? I know, but you can't like make it a gun or like give it the effects and things like that. So I don't know. We'll see. Here is like a Victorian like weapon accessory pack that they released for $20. This is also due the same time, January to March 2022 next year. So this Vigilante pack, they showed it with like the Rumble Society figures. So I don't know if it's like a licensing thing or they couldn't figure out how to fit all these in the Gotham by Gaslight Batman, because these are clearly meant for it. All of these accessories are meant for it.
Yeah.
So I'm not 100% sure. My guess is it could have been either licensing or just couldn't fit it in the box.
Maybe it had something to do with that gun thing that you're talking about.
It's
Maybe
very
if they sell
possible,
it separately.
but they're supposed. I thought the guns were supposed to be like shooting just for grapple, like grapple guns. But that could make sense. They actually do call them like handguns and hand grenades, so that would make sense. There you go. Good addition, Eddie. That could very well be a piece, because they didn't show any pictures with Batman with any of these, just their Rumble Society guys. So that could be. So another one here. Moving on to Bishop. This was another pre-order they put up. The standard release, you can order them from anywhere. $90, due November to January area. November of this year to January 2022. This guy looks pretty cool. I think this is a good. They're definitely. This is one of the more complete X-Men lines that you'll find out there, for sure. For kind of high-end figures, anyways. It's odd that they did this guy before Professor X or something like that. But
I'm
what do you
surprised
guys?
they're doing Bishop at all, dude. That's
I know.
Not a lot of companies do Bishop, other than Marvel Legends. I think is the only other company that has ever done a Bishop, and no statues, no hot toy, obviously, but
So
that's really cool. It's really
it is. Sean, do you know anything about this kid? He's from the future, right?
Right, and like he comes out. His first appearance is in New Mutants, I believe. Right after. No, it's not. I'm sorry. I'm getting my books mixed up. But he's a really cool character. You know, I mean, with all the weapons effects that he has and stuff like that, the extra hands and stuff, and like Eddie said, you really don't get a good Bishop. And the only thing that's really out there right now is the Hasbro Marvel Legend that they dropped recently, or not recently, maybe a couple years ago now. I mean, before that, you were kind of stuck with the Toy Biz version, I believe. I think they had a rendition of them.
Yeah.
Mm.
And even that Legend, that sells for good money now. That's a good.
Yes, he does.
Oh, does it?
Have. Yeah. Cause
Did it come out with the X-Force wave? I think like
it came out with the. Who's the pterodactyl figure?
Oh,
That's who
Chiron?
Yeah, it came with that wave. It was either that or the Deadpool. Or that was a Deadpool wave, huh? That was a Deadpool
I
wave.
believe so, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
It
that
had like
wave
3
that
different
came.
Deadpools with the mask halfway up and stuff. And
Yeah, and I don't. Okay, so I didn't read the comics a ton growing up. So the only my only versions that I've seen of this character is he was in Days of Future Past. I think at the beginning they had him, and then in what is the Gifted? Did you guys watch that TV show that was on for like one season and then they canceled it? Which
It's
really
called
sucked
The
because I liked
Gifted?
it. Yeah, it was The Gifted, and it's about the Von Strucker storyline.
Hey, watch your mouth, boy.
What? What did I say?
They said something. I heard Ucker.
But they had a version of Bishop in there too. It wasn't Bishop, but it was clearly Bishop. Like they had changed the name and everything, but the character, same powers. He even had the mutant's sign or the scar on his face, and he's a really cool character, dude.
They do that with quite a few characters in the comics. You know, I think a good example of that is Rocket Raccoon, where he was originally Rocky Raccoon and Satana number 1 or 10, I can't remember. But they call him Rocky Raccoon, and when they finally bring him into the modern comics at the time, he appears again in Incredible Hulk, and they start calling him Rocket, and they're like, well, I originally go by Rocky, but he was dubbed Rocket. But Uncanny X-Men number 282.
That's
Gotcha.
his first appearance.
First appearance.
Thank you. That is good to know. He's a very cool looking guy. I ordered him right away. He'll go well with Cable for sure.
Definitely.
So does he have any relation with Cable or anything like that?
That I'm not 100% sure of.
There-
You know, I mean, I stayed away from the X-Men stuff just because there's so much,
Oh,
There's
yeah.
so much X-Men stuff, and then
I think they're from the same time period. Cable and Bishop.
time travelers kind of thing.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
both,
I know
they're
he
both
was
from the
from-
future.
Because the last X-Men, I knew for a fact he was from the future because of that, but yeah, I don't know. He's really cool looking figure. I got him on order. I can't
Isn't-
wait for him. It'll be
Danny,
good.
isn't that what's on the bottom there? By the Danny said he needs his red. I don't know what the fuck that word is. Red cloth or his like cape thing. I think that's what's by the stand there. That's his red cape.
Yeah, I didn't include a picture. Oh god, I'm failing with the pictures this episode. But there is one with it like wrapped around him completely because it's bigger than that picture shows. So it is pretty cool looking.
You know, okay,
And
one
this
thing.
answers
Sorry.
my question, by the way, too, with this, because we were wondering why every figure that Mezco is coming out with came with one of these on their Rumble Society. They did it essentially to pay for giving it to this figure, I bet.
Yeah.
So, what were you gonna say?
I don't like how the blues are different on every X-Men figure. And I don't know if that's in the comics or not. Like, I don't know if Bishop's supposed to have a darker blue on his suit. But they did it with this, and then the Cable had a different blue, and the Wolverine has a different blue.
Even
it
like
was
the
annoying.
X-Men, or the Deadpool X-Men version is like a really light blue.
Yeah.
I agree, that's a good complaint, but at the same time, I think when they all have matching suits, to me, that comes off as corny as fuck. So I like
I
it
was
like
kind
this.
of
Yeah.
I was kind of thinking the same thing. Like, I think if the MCU did anything for Marvel, it was kind of like
Was that shit corny
separating.
back in the day, though?
I mean,
Yeah.
I think all comics were really corny back in the day.
That's part of the nostalgia, man. This corniness.
It is, but with these figures and what I want on my shelf is going to be a little different.
Yeah.
I want representations, but I want like a cool kind of realistic look, which why I've said already before why I'm drawn to Mezco's, because that's what they go for.
Yeah.
So
Right.
yeah, I like it overall. I'll run through these ones real quick. You guys stop me if you're interested at all or you want to bring something up, but they also had 2 more Rumble Society releases. They did Rumble Society Krieg, the Pale Drivers Edition. So this is just like the black one that came with the box that they released, the Toy Fair box, I believe. I could be wrong with that one. But it was a box that they did the black one with. And this one is just it's the same figure, just completely white. And this is due in May, so probably going to ship soon. I was able to hop on for this one. It hasn't shipped out yet or anything, but you can see here that it is pretty much the exact same figure. They did release a single release of the Black Spartan, which is the one that they included in a box already. And mildly annoying to me because I wouldn't have bought the box if I would have known this was coming. Because this was only $95 and the box was like 100 and I don't remember.
So Dylan,
Yeah.
not being familiar, like we've kind of talked about like the whole storyline and how they've created these guys and things like that, but we covered this guy a month ago or so, or didn't we? Or so, like, what's the big difference between him and then, like, I think the previous release? Or
So this guy, nothing. The other one came with like a box though, so like a T-shirt and a bunch of other little things,
okay.
and
I
he
see
was
what
way
you're
more
saying.
expensive. So that's what I'm saying.
like some
what I
extra
was-
merchandise kind of thing,
Exactly, that's what I was annoyed
like apparel
about.
or whatever.
Yeah, that's like when Hot Toys, to the 1/6 guys, it's like when Hot Toys releases like a second version of a figure after the other one comes out, like a Mandalorian after this.
Battle damage Thanos.
Yeah, exactly. Or like,
Right.
yeah, exactly.
Right.
Like we're gonna get season 2 Mandalorian as soon as everyone gets the
Season 3
Beskar.
Mandalorian?
Yeah, the Beskar armor one in hand. So it was kind of that sort of thing. Like I would have loved to save the money on this guy and just gone with this, but I was talking with, I think, Sean Yutzi, right?
Yahtzee. Yeah.
Yeah, let's see. Nuts. I was talking with him about it, and he bought one of these kind of without realizing, because you just have to, like, in a scramble, hurry up and pre-order these when they go up, because they're out in minutes. But
Yeah.
And then moving on to McFarlane, Spawn Mandarin Deluxe version is released. It's going to start off at GameStop. It's still up for pre-order. Archangel, what are you doing unfriending poor sweet Danny? Anyways, yeah, he's up at GameStop for $44.99 due May 1st shipping. I watched the video that Todd did around this guy. He said, because there's already a version of him out, the Mandarin that's already out, Mandarin Spawn. The feet are a little more detailed. The chest is more detailed. Different helmet. Comes with more weapons. And then the back has more detail as well, he said. So, it's a bigger box. He said overall, the biggest... What's that, Manny?
No, it's Jar Jar feet.
Say, he does kind of have Jar Jar feet, doesn't he? Just fancy.
This is an easy pass.
I'm not into this. I think even
Dean,
who's a Spawn guy, isn't into this. What do you think, Eddie?
I think the helmet or the head sculpt on the regular release looks better than this one, because it has more of that like Japanese vibe or Mandarin vibe or whatever.
Yeah.
Wow,
So when
you just offended a whole country.
So
I do that every show, dude.
Way to go, Eddie! Just got us canceled. So when he compared him in the video, when he compared him in the video, I initially did too, but like he said, this one does have way more detail to it, way more work put into it. But yeah, no, I would agree with you, Eddie, overall, that I like the initial look of the other one. This one has kind of cool horns coming out. But yeah, the shield is pretty sweet.
0 ankle articulation, obviously, because of this left leg.
Oh, what if he's just dancing?
He's doing the stanky leg.
Dancing?
So yeah, that one's $44.99 GameStop right now. We'll go to other retailers later on.
$44.99? No.
Yeah.
That's hot toys.
$45.
You can put that towards a hot toy.
You could, yeah. It's not my cup of tea. I don't know. For me, it's scary because I don't want... This is like a Ultimates for NECA that are like $30 to $35.
Yeah.
I don't want NECA. I don't want this to be like kind of a trailblazer for the NECA upping their price to that. So he in that video too, he talked a lot about how retailers will not like allow a box size this big.
Yeah.
With like a bunch of their releases and things like that, and how annoyed he was about it. So that's how he was able to add these in. And I'm guessing GameStop's restrictions aren't as bad, so that's why he was able to push it through them.
Yeah, he's definitely always talking about that.
Yeah.
He's always talking about the box size and the restrictions that...
The guy's a lunatic, like, in the best way possible. Because he would put 1,000 toys in a store if he was allowed to.
Yeah.
He's absolutely a madman. So Super 7 came out with... I know, Eddie, you were pretty jacked about these. Yeah. Came out with a new wave of their Disney Ultimates figures. There's Alice in Wonderland Alice in Wonderland Mad Hatter, Robin Hood with Stork costume action figure, and then Fantasia. I don't know how to say her name. I know the scene that she's in, but Hyacinth.
You're putting a curse on everyone by saying that.
Yeah, watch your firstborn tonight.
Wow.
These go for $55 tonight, or $55 each, due Q2 2022, so not for a year. It's kind of unclear with the Robin Hood if it comes with like just a costume to add onto the figure, and it comes with the regular figure as well. I think it is a 2-for-1 essentially. Like doesn't come with 2 figures, but I think it comes with pieces to dress him up as such. I don't know.
I think it's 2 figures. I think the Foosh was talking about it, and he was unclear too. But I think that I don't know. I remember him saying that it was it's going to be a 2-pack. I think.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's.
Don't watch his video if I misquoted it, but I'm pretty sure that's what he said.
Yeah, it is. It's very odd how vague they are with it. Anywhere I could find, even on their own website, was somewhat vague about how it was being done.
Because I'm not sure. You would have to be able to take his arms and his legs off to do this, and his head. It would just be the torso. I don't know if that's all possible.
It's the reason. This is why I was confused, because when I was looking on Big Bad Toy Store, it says alternate hands, alternate head sculpt, Robin Hood. Oh, okay. So Robin Hood stork costume figure, alternate wings, feathers, 2 bows, arrows, 2 quivers. So yeah, so that it is 2 figures, I guess. I didn't see the figure. I just saw a Robin Hood stork costume, and I just thought he just came with 2 of every. It was just really unclear, but that makes sense. What are you laughing at?
Manny sent something in the Patreon chat that was funny about you.
Uh-oh.
Hold on, let's lay out this.
Oh no. I'm just putting it.
He's killed us.
Probably. Ideal kids. Yeah, so speaking of which, that hippo comes with 3 heads, and she's from Fantasia, I think, right? Yeah, in the dancing hippo scene with the alligator.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool. I think that head, or this one where it's just her with the mouth open, the jaw might be articulated. It looked like it in other pictures, but didn't see it anywhere. But all these figures look good, man. For $55, they better look good.
Yeah, seriously.
You're pretty jacked about them, aren't you, Jetty? Jetty.
Wow, dude. Jetty. What am I, a Volkswagen? Yeah, This just brings back my childhood, man. Disney was a huge thing for me, watching the VHS tapes growing up. That was a big part of my childhood.
Send them to Jonathan.
I know. He's the only one who can make use of them. But yeah, when they announced the Pinocchio and the Prince John in the original.
Poor John, not even on. He plugged our show even, and we just roast him on.
Look, he does it to himself, man.
I know. Go ahead.
But yeah, this line is just super tempting. I did order the first wave, other than Mickey. I didn't need Mickey. The Fantasia Mickey.
It was Pinocchio, right?
Pinocchio, Prince John, and I think it was just those 3: Pinocchio, Prince John, and Mickey.
Okay.
And then and so this one I want Alice, the Mad Hatter, and the Robin. I think the Robin Hood 2-pack is my favorite of all of them. But the hippo from Fantasia is not a huge thing for me. I don't know if I watch Fantasia that much. I know it's this is technically an army builder, because in Fantasia there's multiples of them and they're dancing or whatever.
Yep.
So that's why it has 3 heads. You can get 3 if you want to spend $160.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
It'd be cool if they would 2-packed it with a couple of broomsticks or something like that.
Yeah. That would have been a $100 2-pack.
They use broomsticks?
That's Harry Potter.
I don't know what they did in the show, so he could have been right. For all I know, I know that they were. I thought they were ballerinas, and they ice skated.
Yeah, because it's from Fantasia. They don't. Yeah, they just dance around pretty much, and they do it with super skinny alligators.
Sean's
kind of
just
funny.
messing up the fucking first appearance comics and the shows now, dude.
So yeah, she comes with.
Check Sean.
It's
There's a lot of witchcraft on this show tonight. Jesus.
Won't be able to sleep tonight. She comes with comes with grapes too, because I think that's how the scene starts or ends. Is they're eating grapes, the hippos.
But this is a cool line. If you're a Disney collector and you want action figures of them, these are really cool.
I agree. What's weird with I feel like I was kind of weird with my Disney watching, like Fantasia and Pinocchio were like my two, and Jungle Book were like my three biggest watched Disney movies. Mm-hmm. I actually didn't, for whatever reason, didn't get into Robin Hood or Alice in Wonderland a ton until later on.
I'm really hoping they do Hercules and like every character from that, because I think that was my favorite Disney movie as a kid, and
that'd be fun.
And I got the Hercules figure from Diamond Select. They did one with their was it Kingdom Hearts line, and they had a Hercules figure. So I have that one, but it would be cool to see Super 7 get there. So yeah, I'm supporting this. I'm like Manny. I'm trying to get out of 1/12 scale, but things like this draw me back in.
Yeah.
No, that's while you guys were watching this, I was watching Channel 99. I don't know if y'all know about that. Like you see the nipple on the screen through the static.
Oh
yeah.
I think I saw a boob.
Just every once in a while, you're just sitting there as like a 12-year-old just praying something comes on.
My pants feel a little funny. I don't know why.
Remember back in the day, you'd like turn on the TV and there'd be like the Girls Gone Wild ads, and you'd be like,
"Oh, I do know that."
Growing up as a kid, I was raised by a single mother, right? So she loved, and she was relatively young compared to all the other moms that for kids my age. And so her two favorite shows to watch were Girls Next Door and Sex in the City. And I was like, thank you, Mom. I appreciate the hell out of this.
You don't even have to order this year's JCPenney magazine. So Super 7 also released the 3 3/4 inch monster line. 3 more figures here. This is their reaction figure line. Someone get me a Pep sign. God damn. Where's Big Pepsi when you need them? So these 3 come with Herman, Lily, and Grandpa. $18
oh,
each.
Yeah, look, he's showing it.
Look at that thing. That does need to be made into a shirt. That was last night's After Dark, right? Yeah.
That was a funny one.
God, that's a good one. It was. I was just enjoying myself piecing together the show sheet, watching you guys. That was a good time.
Wait, go back. Sorry, Dylan. We don't have to spend a lot of time on it, but this is really cool. I love the monsters.
Those are pretty badass.
Yeah, so I think this is kind of new for them. I don't think they've dove super far into the monsters yet. But the nice thing is they usually go all out. Super 7 does, especially with reaction lines.
Where's Eddie? Eddie Munster, what the fuck, dude? No,
he's on the screen.
Whoa! I set you up for that one, dude.
You did. That was too easy. Yeah, I think he's probably coming.
Oh, okay, there he is.
What, did I leave?
Sorry about that.
But yeah, he's. I would assume that they're coming down the line.
Jason said he saw these at FYE already.
Yeah, they just rip these figures out like crazy. Super 7 does a pretty good job. You'll see them everywhere pretty much for the most part too. But $18 is pretty spendy for 3 3/4 inch. Yeah. That's my only complaint. Yeah. But I think you pay for their packaging. Their packaging is usually pretty cool. That's kind of why I put it on here. Mm-hmm. Like, I know that's what Damien always liked about Super 7 when we would cover them. So moving on to Bandai. Won't beat this one to death, but they...
Not like Dean did.
Yeah, Dean raged. I didn't finish last.
He beat this to death. That's exactly what he did.
So this is Dragon Ball GT Super Saiyan 4 Son Goku. Going for $60 due in November 2021. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Of course, I don't know much or anything about Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball GT either. But what was Dean's complaint with this figure? Just the fact that he was expensive.
No,
I think he said that
cheap.
he's a little kid and then he turns into an adult.
He doesn't like. Well, first of all, GT is not a very popular part of Dragon Ball. Like that's probably the least popular series of Dragon Ball is GT, and so there's that, and then he wasn't a fan of how this figure is actually affordable, and then figures like the Bulma, which I'm sure we're going to talk about, are higher priced or usually premium Bandai exclusives, and you got like you don't need the Goku. That's for people that just want different iterations of Goku, but he's affordable, and then the stuff that you need to complete a line is the expensive stuff. So that's what he was kind of talking about.
What do you think about it? Keep it going.
I like the look of Super Saiyan 4 Goku, even though I wasn't a fan of GT either. I still like the look, and I know since I've only been collecting a couple of years, and I did collect some of the SHF stuff, the Dragon Ball stuff, and I know that since I was collecting it, people have been clamoring for Super Saiyan 4 figures, so I'm sure the fan base in general is happy to see these because the Demonical Fit was actually working on these too. I don't know if those ever came out yet or not, but and then a lot of people were picking up the what's the line in stores? I don't know what the line Mattel is it Mattel? I'm not sure, but they did some Super Saiyan 4 figures. They did Vegeta and Goku and Vegito, I think, and so I think they're cool. I don't have a problem with it. Goku's usually an affordable figure. Usually all the different versions, unless it's like the Super Saiyan Blue. I think that was an expensive one, or maybe it was the Vegeta I'm thinking of. But the Gokus are always like $30 to $40, right? I think so.
Yeah, I see them around that at Target all the time, like anywhere from pretty much $40 for like a regular Goku. I saw the red version. I don't know what that means or is, but
yeah, Jason, the Dragon Stars. I know Dragon Star did a couple Super Saiyan 4 figures, and I know people just like, even though GT's not popular, people like the look of this of Super Saiyan 4. So
why does he have a tail and pink furry arms?
Because he's part. I don't remember GT that much, but this is his. I think he's mixed with the ape. Like when you know how you can turn into the great ape. I think this is the Super Saiyan is merged with the great ape. And that's
the great ape.
See, I don't remember that because I thought he gets his tail cut off and then he's done.
Yeah, in Dragon Ball, yeah. This is GT. The storyline is different, I think.
Okay.
When I was in high school,
universe?
Yeah.
When I was in high school, I went. I think my little brother had like the DVDs, and like I put on the very first episode. I watched it all, and as soon as it was done, I took out the DVD, put it in the case, and I never watched another episode again.
I'll be honest. I had a lot of friends that were into it, and I just couldn't. They, I like. It makes me sound like a stupid jock, but like I was like doing things like playing tag, playing football on.
Check out this name, Manny. Darth Julio. I don't know why I was thinking Darth Gulo. My bad, dog. I'm not talking shit about you, but he says in GT he's reborn as a kid and he has his tail again.
Culo.
Oh, okay.
That's what I read, dude, in my head.
All I think about with Dragon Ball is the whole what do they call them? The anime run. What is that called that everyone has said that how we were gonna invade the Naruto run?
Naruto
run.
Oh,
That's what it was.
Dude, real quick, there was this kid in high school. His name was Miguel Fernandez. He was a nerd, and he always had this backpack that was like 2 times too big. And one time, dude, he was running, and he couldn't stop because the backpack was too like top heavy. Dude, he slammed into the wall right in front of me. It was so funny.
Oh my god!
Yeah, shout out Miguel.
Oh
What does that have to do with Naruto running?
He was running
He
like
was
that,
running like-
Oh,
and it got to the point where he couldn't stop, and he just started going faster, and his forehead hit the wall, dude. It was so bad.
shit,
It was
that's
so awkward.
dangerous. That could break the
Jesus.
poor kid's neck.
You tell him there's a wall there, dude.
I just looked at him, dude. It was so awkward, and I just walked away.
Danny, I'll show you someday. I'll get into it, but I was trying to. Like,
You know what
show-
I'm picturing?
I thought it was
Manny?
a Charlie horse, man.
You know on the Mummy, when that little short chubby dude gets the bug in his forehead, he runs against the wall. He fucking dies like it.
Yeah.
Moving on. So Bulma, this is what we were talking about. Journey to the planet Namek. Namek. $62, November 2021. This one is a P Bandai exclusive, correct? And that's like what you're saying. What?
Yeah. Usually the
Dean was-
figures that you have to finish the line with are P Bandai exclusive.
Of course. I don't. Okay, this is maybe just me being naive, but I have no problem with P Bandai, except you do have to pay up front. That's the only bad thing. But with their pre-order windows and my experience, I've ordered 2 things from them now, and both experiences have been pretty good. They give you like monthly updates on your order. I have no problem with it.
It's
I
just an
guess-
upcharge, right? The figures are usually a little more pricey, or no?
Not particularly.
It's not since Premium Bandai became a thing, right? Because back in the day, or like last year, a couple years ago, when things were a web exclusive, then they were expensive, right?
Yeah, so there's P Bandai Japan, and P Bandai US is new.
Yeah.
Like US's P Bandai is brand new, and that's what I'm talking about. That I have no problem with.
Yeah.
But I know figures used to be a problem with Japan's P Bandai
Yeah.
to get, but the problem I think Dean has is eventually the ones with Japan P Bandai would end up like on Bluefin or something like that, and you know, other ways of getting it, and for fairly cheap. Whereas if they're US P Bandais, they're almost like you'll only get them from US P Bandais, and if they are in Big Bad Toy Store, Dean also bitches about Big Bad Toy Store for being more expensive because they got to buy it at cost and upcharge.
Dean just likes to bitch, okay? I think we've established.
Mr. JB? I missed that joke. What's up, Mr. JB?
No, it's there is no joke. It's just it's
Why
JB.
is it?
JB
Why
is
JB
his,
say hi to himself?
No, he's saying hi. It's Mr. JB because it's his wife's account. So when it's him, that way we know who we're talking to, Mrs. or Mister.
Gotcha. Okay. Thanks for clearing that up, Eddie.
Yeah, no problem.
You're the network encyclopedia. All right.
You changed it now. What the fuck?
It's cool. Oh god. Now we just need Big Pepsi in. NECA news. So there's a couple TMNT releases. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Ultimate Muckman. So this is Joe Eyeball. June release, not up yet for pre-order as far as I know. Same with this one, Mondo Gecko with Kerma. June release. This is a 2-pack. Don't know anything about these, but also do June release. They just showed a couple pictures from their packaging. And then another King Kong release. So this is, I think, their 3rd version of this figure.
Yeah.
This one's biggest difference is it comes with the Pterodon and Pit Monster right here. And then it's got articulated jaw.
That's not a good expression. Like, he looks worried. He looks like he just dropped something.
Yeah, he looks like half. He looks like half mad, half like he just saw his.
You know
he
what?
just walked in on his parents.
It was NECA that did the articulated eyebrows for the what is it, the Toka or the Razor? I get them confused. The turtle, whatever the turtle one is. They did the articulated eyebrows. They should do the articulate. This figure would be really good with articulated eyebrows, because in the old version of King Kong, for like this movie version, he has very like expressive eyebrows.
Yeah, it's kind of like the robotic looking face, but
Yeah,
the nice thing is, I do like articulated jaws a lot.
I bet you do.
But
Wow.
But yeah, this this one doesn't look that great. But the same thing is with the other Kong release, where the alternate head. This one looks like meaner and better. Yeah. So this one also looks to be like a Father's Day release. I think they said it's going to be released at Target first. Bro, Big Pepsi back. You're not a joke, Big Pepsi. I was just asking for you. Had to come flying in. God damn it. I'm so thrown off. Didn't expect to see my hero. Alright. Just going to hear a word from our sponsor and then we'll get back to it.
It's Watto Scrapyard, Annie. We want to thank our friends over at Watto Scrapyard for sponsoring tonight's episode.
You can find them on Instagram at Watto Scrapyard. They're also on Facebook and eBay as well.
Yeah, man, they make 3D printed parts for hard-to-come-by Kenner and Hasbro vehicles, which is a huge help when you're looking for those lost pieces. They also make printed head sculpts of literally anybody you could think of.
Literally anyone. They've made a head sculpt of me. They've made head sculpts of PewDiePie for you. They've made all kinds of Jedi, all kinds of characters from the Star Wars universe. They are absolutely amazing. They can get any sculpt you want designed and printed for a reasonable fee today.
Awesome. What a great product list that they produce. He was showing already that they had something produced from, I probably shouldn't say the name or who it is for spoilers, but one of the main characters from The Bad Batch.
Oh, I think, is it spoilers?
The girl?
It's in the trailer. Yeah.
Oh, I suppose. What's her name again?
Omega.
Omega, yeah. Yeah.
Whatever.
What a scrapyard.
Dude,
Already had her.
I watched the second episode today. I almost fell asleep.
Boring as shit, right? Yes, I agree. Compared to the first episode, but the first episode, it's kind of unfair because it was like an hour long.
Super long. Yeah, the second episode wasn't all that.
Yeah, I hope it gets better. So moving on, speaking of Star Wars, oh, just kidding. Actually, we got Sean's segment. Sean, it's time for your collecting comics.
Okay, so it's basically con season, right? We don't get a lot of them right now just due to COVID, right? But my question for you guys is, how long are you willing to wait to get a signature from your favorite character, artist, movie character? Dylan, how long are you willing to wait?
So this doesn't have to be comic specific, right?
No.
I don't know. It would depend on how bad I would miss it. For this specific figure, I thought about and I was close to sending in my Hot Toys Emperor Palpatine to Ian McDermott because he was going to be at like the Twin Cities or Minneapolis con thing here. They call it like Galaxy Fest or something like that. Right. But you like send it in to him. It was like still the virtual thing, so you had to send it in to him. And it was, I think, like a 3 to 8 month wait, and I would have been fine with it to get his signature. For me, I want to get things from him because he is relatively old. So yeah.
If you were able to walk into a con and wait to get his signature, how long are you willing to wait?
You're asking like how long would you wait in line at a con?
In line to get a signature.
In line.
Dude.
I don't know. Probably I'd wait probably an hour and a half for Ian McDermott's at this point. Hayden Christensen is another one I would wait a while for. Probably.
So roughly 2 hours, maybe.
Yeah, I would say 2
Okay.
hours would be max. And if I got to see him in person, I would wait 2 hours. What about you, Eddie?
All right, Eddie. So you're up, right? What character, person, and how long?
I don't mind waiting in line for signatures. Like, so I've waited a couple hours, I think, for Donny Cates when he signed my my
And he
copy
would
of
be
Ghost
like your
Rider.
top tier.
For comics. Yeah, I like Donny Cates a lot.
Okay.
So
Anybody else you'd wait longer for?
Well, actors I'd wait longer for. Because at cons I've waited for, but I don't know. I mean, I would maybe like, I guess my cap would be like 3 or 4 hours. Like, because when you're at a con, you don't really know how long how long the wait's gonna be. You kind of just hopefully you get a good spot in line, and it could still be a couple hours, or
Yeah.
But they don't really like. I don't know. You don't have a choice once you're in line. It's like I'm not getting
like-
out of line.
It's not like making a restaurant reservation.
Yeah, but I guess like it would have to be. I guess my overall
Yeah, the person.
autograph is Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I would wait like that would probably be like all day. Like if I knew this was my chance, I would wait all fucking day for that autograph.
What would you have him autograph?
I have his book, The Encyclopedia of Bodybuilding. I would probably get that, or like a photo of him. Probably his, that photo where he's got his arms out, like iconic. That something like that.
Manny?
The only person that I can think of that I would wait literally all day, like I don't care if I had to wait in line for 12 hours, is my favorite wrestler, Kane. I would love to meet Kane, so I don't care how long the line would be. But like if you're talking about like just any, like if Robert Englund or something, I would wait 45 minutes to an hour without getting annoyed. But as for Kane, I would wait all day.
Yeah.
All right. So let's get the chat going too. How long would you wait for your favorite actor, actress, the one thing that you wanted signed, right? So a few weeks ago, we had Ray Park at the shop, right? We had people waiting over 12 hours to get a signature for him, right? And like he's a really cool guy, right? Personable as hell. He talked to every single person for as long as they wanted to.
Hung like a whore. I'm just kidding. I didn't actually.
Wow.
Right?
I didn't actually see that picture, thank God. But sorry, I ruined it. Keep going.
So, a bunch of people just pissed off, right? And because they're like, or we've been waiting this long and this and that, right?
So they were mad because they chose to stay in line and wait?
Yes, and there was bashing and things like that, right? Well, he also had a second signing, right? At Traders Village. It's like a big like flea market right here in San Antonio, around Texas too. There's a few different locations, right? And he did the same thing. He did the same thing there, and it's funny because there was people who were waiting crazy amount of hours to see this guy, got up and left, right? Wow. And then they show up at Traders Village and they're still there, waiting the same amount of time. Wow. He left the shop at 3 a.m. Got there at like 11. Left at 3 a.m. When the last person got signed.
I'm sorry, I missed who
Darth
this
Maul.
was.
Darth
Still
Maul,
Ray
Ray
Park.
Park.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I guess the bigger question is it worth waiting 12 plus hours to get a signing of your absolute favorite actor, actress, whatever, and being frustrated through the whole day, having to have someone come bring you food, or maybe you have someone hold your spot, but then when you get to him, you realize that it was worth the wait because they are super personable. They actually care about what you want to say, or what you want to hear from them, or the question that you want to ask them.
Definitely.
Dude, it's so funny that you say that because I follow him on I think it's Instagram, and he posted a video of him doing flips and stuff, and like in the background you see a long line of people just like and he's over here doing flips and doing, tricks and stuff, and everyone's annoyed
like,
behind him.
Yeah.
Just following his dreams.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I thought about like the question, Sean, with just like what I have in my collection. Because to be honest, my first choices, some of them are very old, not together or dead. So like Pink Floyd is probably my favorite band of all time. I would love to just have like a signed album of them, or the three main guys from Jaws. And I know, I believe now 2 of them are dead. I think.
Oh man.
It might only be one of them. But yeah, so like without like having much in my collection for them to sign, I'd want them to sign something else. But just thinking about when you ask that question, I just think of something in my collection that I would want. Manny, you've had some cool signatures that you've posted in the group before, haven't you? What have those been? What were those again?
Yeah, I have James Jude Courtney, who plays Michael Myers in Halloween 2018.
That's right.
I have Nick Castle. I have the artist who actually sculpted and painted and stuff the Michael Myers mask. His name is Christopher Nelson. I have him. And
what
then
did you
my
have
wife,
them sign?
They're just like little, just prints. I have them here on my wall, but I don't want to move it.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
And
okay.
then my wife got me a movie poster of Halloween, and it's signed by John Carpenter.
Ooh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah, so yeah.
That would be good. That'd be John Carpenter would be a good signature.
Let's see if I can move it. Hold on.
Loved everything he's done.
I don't know if you'd be able to.
Oh, sorry, Dylan.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, that's fine.
There, it's all there.
That's cool,
That's
dude.
sick.
That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, no, that's something I definitely want to do down the line eventually. If I would have done, if Hot Toys ever does a episode 3 Darth Vader, that's something I would want to do. Is have Hayden Christensen sign that, since that was actually him in the suit too.
Yeah.
Right.
So I thought like that's something I've thought about before as well. But yeah, Ian McDermott's pretty much my number one, especially if I think there's like rumors that Hot Toys were gonna do the episode 3 version of him. Like that, I would really want.
Do you have any signatures right now, Dylan?
I do not. I don't think I really do. Like I said, I've gone back and forth on a bunch, and I don't think I actually ever have gotten I've gotten autographs from like bands and stuff. Like I got like Boston, the band Boston.
Well, that's cool.
I was working at an airport because I started school to be a pilot, and I was working at an airport one summer, and the band actually flew in on their own private plane that they were flying.
Wow.
And it was like just this small kind of rinky-dink thing. It's not something you would have expected them to be in. Yeah. But like I figured out who the guy was or I didn't figure it out, but I recognized him like right away. It's like the super tall, like super defining looking guy. I believe he's a guitarist. Mm-hmm. Tom Schultz. He's, I think, labeled as kind of the founder of them. Mm-hmm. But I went up with him with just like some stupid piece of paper, and they're my mom's favorite band, so I got like a signature from him and gave that to her.
That's cool.
For like Mother's Day or something like that. But I haven't gotten a ton of signatures outside of that or like other bands or anything like that. So, but yeah, Sean, you have anything to add before we kind of hit home on the Hasbro stuff and Color Night?
Nah, man, go ahead.
All right. So, obviously we passed the date for May the 4th. Hasbro had 4 big releases for Black Series. This was one. Thank you, Eddie.
No problem.
This was one. This is a Gaming Greats, the Flame Trooper. This is due to be shipped 8/1, so August 1st, and this is a GameStop exclusive since it's a Gaming Greats. And then this is $26.99 on their website, still up as of yesterday, I believe. Same with this one. So Night Brother Warrior
This is cool.
games. This is also a GameStop exclusive. $26.99. This one's not due though till September 1st. I saw a clip of Foosh, of Robo from Foosh, covering this guy.
Yeah.
And he had the perfect reaction that I had when I first saw this, where you see it immediately and you're like, oh, and then you realize it's not what's
Oppress?
his name? Yeah.
Savage Oppress?
Savage. And then you go, oh, and then you're like, it kind of looks cool.
Yeah.
So, you kind of go through a back and forth with it. That was, perfect, because that was exactly my reaction to this guy.
Yeah.
Because he's, yellow like Savage. He's got a few lines on him. He's got, a weird emblem on his chest, though, from the game. So, this is from Fallen Order, obviously. These guys are pains in the asses in the game. Did any of you guys play it?
Yes. I was
No,
thinking
I
the
haven't played it.
exact same thing. I
Yeah.
hated fighting these guys.
Kind of nightmare to face, but no, the head's pretty cool. I think Robo also said it's a lot of reuse from their Darth Maul, but that's fine for a Gaming Greats and exclusive, right?
I actually didn't notice that it was from Fallen Order when I first saw it, because I didn't see the box. So I thought it was from Clone Wars, one of the other, because there's multiple of them fighting to prove themselves to Dooku or whatever, who's the strongest, and I just thought it was one of the random Night Brothers on the planet.
That's initially what I thought of too, but I think the emblem was the biggest giveaway, and then that weapon is something that you see those guys run around with all the time. So going back to our autograph conversation, Scott Bradley said Michael Rooker was one of the coolest guys I've met, and then Toy Mafia said Michael Jordan. DJT Us or James Brown would wait 23 hours for each one.
Not 24, just 23
23.
hours. 24
23
hours is overdoing it.
Yeah.
One time we had Garth Innes at the shop, and he's a really cool guy. I actually got invited to go have drinks with him, and we just kind of sat and chilled and talked about writing books and stuff, and his writing process and how he kind of switches in between fantasy and nonfiction books and stuff to learn something new, and then he adds that into his writing afterwards and stuff.
You know what was really funny? One time me and my buddy were waiting outside of a shop for Mike Mignola, and we had been waiting maybe 1 or 2 hours. It was an early signing, and we got there an hour early just to get a good spot in line. And so we had been waiting probably an hour and a half or so by this time, and it was about to start. And there's a Starbucks across the street, so we asked a couple guys, hey, can you hold our line? We're going to go across to get Starbucks, before it starts. And in Starbucks is Mike Mignola and his wife, just ordering a coffee. And so, there's 100 or 200, however many people over across the street waiting for him, and then they're just right here. They were in front of us in line, and I was like, holy shit, it's fucking Mike Mignola. So we talked to him before we even saw him in the shop, and it was really cool.
So did you get the autograph before then, or was that something that had to be regulated and you had to go back in line?
Oh no, we didn't have any of our stuff. We had left it in the line, so we waited. We didn't want to bug him too much. We were just like, oh hey Mike, we're waiting in line over there for you. But
so
it was
when at the most recent Alamo City Comic Con, Jeff Goldblum was there, right? And we had a couple of employees who really wanted to see him, right?
Yeah.
So they're like, okay, when we get our chance to take our break at the con and stuff, they'll head over there, right? Well, every now and then, depending on how many days you're working at the con, they'll pay for hotel, right? So they're downstairs getting things ready, maybe having breakfast, right? And there's Jeff Goldblum getting coffee, and they got to snag a picture with him.
That's
Nice.
a cool one.
That was cool.
That'd be awesome. If you ever meet Garth Ennis again, Sean, get me a signed Sarah
Yeah,
because I love those.
Really quick, I have a same story like Eddie's, but I met Creed from The Office.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Dude.
Yeah.
Look at how young you look there.
I know.
Oh, I know.
I actually, I met I don't know what his name is in The Office. The curly-haired Mexican dude.
Oh, Oscar.
Yeah, I met Oscar, but I knew him from another movie, and I was talking to him about another movie, and my girlfriend was pissed because she was supposed to meet him too. It was at a con, and we were in line for her because she's more of a fan. At the time, she was more of a fan of The Office than I was. So I'm in line here, and she's in line with Scotty Young for me. I gave her a couple comics, and I said, hey, I'm not going to make that line. Like, go get some signatures. So she didn't make it back in time to meet Oscar. And so I'm sitting there, like, talking to him, and I get a picture with him. And then he's actually taller in person. He was taller than me, and I couldn't believe it because I was like, he doesn't look that fucking tall. But so I met him, and then afterwards you take a picture with him, and then they kind of send you off to this other point, and then you exit. So I went to this other point to get my picture, and I'm just standing there, and I look over, and I don't even notice because I wasn't a fan of The Office at the time, and I'm standing next to the black dude. I forget his name.
Stanley.
Yeah, I was standing next to Stanley, so I look over. I'm like, I look over at him, and I'm just like, oh hey, what's up, man? Like, and he's like, oh hi, and so I didn't know it was him, and then the rest of the group is over there talking too. Obviously, it wasn't Steve Carell or anything, but everybody else was there, and they're all just standing there. I'm like, oh, like I was surrounded by them the whole time. I didn't even know, and
Jesus.
Adriana was pissed, dude.
That's actually kind of funny. Manny, did you say anything to Creed when you met him? The guy who plays Creed, did you say anything like about his worm guy or anything?
No, well, we were me and a friend and I, we were going to see his because he's a musician, and he was having a show downtown, and we got there like an hour, maybe an hour and a half early, and just to get a parking. And as soon as I pulled up, I see a big black truck pull out, and I'm like, what the heck? I thought they were going to tell me to move, and sure enough, Creed comes out, and dude, I got like tunnel vision. I was like, oh my God. So I ran out of my car, and he was like, the security guard was like, whoa. And Creed was just like, no, let him through. And he was like, you want a picture? And I'm like, yeah. It was so cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I low key laughed my ass off when I was watching you guys last night when you and Zach. What were you guys talking about? You said something
About my uncle?
Yeah, no, not your uncle. God damn it.
Hey, there you go.
That's awesome. No, when you mentioned something about it was like the worm guy scene, but you used something else instead.
This
Yes.
This
was a good After Dark last night. Anyone listening's gotta listen to that. It would have been 512.
Dude.
So
This guy's back felt like a mountain. Like you could feel the ridges in his back because I had my hand, behind him when we were taking the picture, and I was like, Jesus Christ, this dude is still jacked.
Jesus.
So Eddie, I got a question for you because you just showed a couple pictures of celebrities, right?
Yeah.
So how do you feel about them charging for a photo to use your own phone?
To use my own. It is what it is, I guess. Lou
Just to
Ferrigno
see
was
it,
only
right?
Lou Ferrigno was only $20, and like,
Oh, nice.
that's it's not a big deal to me. The one with Oscar, you get a photo too, like you get an actual printed out and a signature and everything. So I have that in my closet. I haven't hung it up yet, but it's kind of sucks, but it is what it is, Oh well, they're trying
At least
to make
you got
money,
it right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we can continue on with Hasbro here.
Yeah.
We got kind of went backwards there, but no, that's fine. That was good convo. So the third Black Series that they release over May the 4th, Imperial Clone Shock Trooper figure. This is a Walmart exclusive, $24.99 September 8th release ish, I think. Walmart, after it sells out, doesn't tell you this is already sold out on Walmart's website. Pretty cool. I really love the Shock Trooper look. Obviously, this is the Clone Trooper version, so like because it's from Bad Batch, I think they look awesome. I didn't get them because I'm slowly trying to get them out, or get out of Black Series. Comes with 2 guns. He's got like a pretty cool shoulder pauldron.
And this will be good to go with Fox, right? Isn't Fox the leader of the Coruscant Guard?
Yeah.
So that's cool. If you have Fox, now you can have a squad behind him.
Oh, that's true. Damn it, Eddie. I have Fox.
My bad. Hey, man, you know,
I didn't even think about that.
Hashtag restraint, dude.
And, damn it. Yeah, you take like the pauldron off, and you could have different looks to them. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. This one was, as of yesterday, 5/12, was still up for pre-order on Walmart's website, but this is Vice Admiral Rampart. This is also $24.99 due. This one is for sure due September 8th. Or that's what they listed on their website anyways. Did we see this guy in the Bad Batch at all yet?
You said this is Admiral Romper?
Rampart?
I'm just
Rampart?
I haven't. No, he hasn't been in the Bad Batch.
I don't think so.
Okay.
And I can't remember if he's from Clone Wars or not.
Well, it says this figure's from the Bad Batch, so
yeah.
That's what I was wondering. Yeah, I don't know much about this guy. You could still get him, so he's obviously not super popular yet. But the Vintage Collection actually had pretty big releases. This is right up Mario's alley. He asked for a 3 3/4 inch Shock Trooper, but so they're doing an Off-World Jawa with soft goods and holding the egg. Right, that's an egg.
Yeah,
from the Mandalorian.
Yeah,
it's like a Chinese candy.
I was gonna say a walnut.
Looks like a peach, the peach core.
Oh yeah, peach pit.
Yeah.
$13.99 due September 1st, and then they also showed an ARC Trooper Echo. So this is Echo before shit goes south for him.
Spoilers.
$13.99 September 1st, and then the Death Star droid. This is actually kind of a cool figure. You don't see many of these guys around.
Yeah.
$12.99, and this is a Walmart exclusive due September 1st. So I think you could still order them on their website as of yesterday. This was pretty cool. I even the packaging, should have put a picture instead of literally the same 2 pictures here. I don't know what the frick I was doing, but this looked pretty cool. His packaging had an actual picture of the droid on it.
His package was cool.
Sick. Yeah,
he's got a big package, dude.
And then also Luke Skywalker Endor. This was also a Walmart exclusive, $12.99, September 1st, and then same with Tuscan Raider. So,
is this a Tuscan Raider from Mando, or do you remember what version this is from? Like what movie?
I believe this is a Mando release. I cannot confirm. Actually, it might just be a regular one because it's an exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not 100% sure there. That's a good question. I didn't do my homework on that.
Maybe Mario knows. Mario, let us know in the comments.
Yeah, let us know if you know, Mario. If this is just a basic Sand Trooper or a Tuscan Raider or from the actual Mandalorian. So this one was kind of odd, but a kind of an out there
jackass
release. This is
it's
a
retro Star Wars release.
Yeah.
Yeah. No shit, dude. I thought it was fucking Marvel.
This is a retro collection Star Wars retro 3 3-inch Boba Fett prototype figure. This is a Target exclusive, $13.99, July 25th release. So he is all different kinds of colors. He's got like an orange torso, a blue and a green leg, a purple and a yellow arm, and then a red helmet. And I think his jetpack looks purple too there. All
This
over
has
the place.
this is something to do with the prototype, right? Like back in the day, a prototype got released or something.
Something like that, yeah. It has to do like with the original Kenner figure that came out. One of the prototypes of the figure, I think.
They did a Vader too, right? Or was it a Vader?
Yeah, I think they did a Vader.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this one was interesting, and it was already sold out too, which was kind of odd. I didn't expect that at all, to be sold out already. But yeah, it's Boba Fett, so it's obviously gonna sell. And then moving on to Marvel Legends stuff, they had a couple releases here. We'll fly through them. Interrupt me, guys, if you are interested or want me to stop here. So this is Thor Marvel Legends Odin from the MCU. So this is a little bit of an upcharge and like kind of cooler box. So $26.99 due August 2021.
This is cool.
Yeah, and it ranges of like 25 to 28 bucks for this guy. Yeah, pretty sweet. If you ever want to, he never fights, but if you ever wanted to put him in a dynamic pose, this is a good figure to do that with.
They I think it was IE Collector on YouTube that made a meme. I don't know if he made the meme, but I saw it on his Instagram of the unhelmeted head. He put it next to that meme of the old dude with the like weird smile. You know what I'm talking about? It looked that second head looks like that old dude with longer hair.
That's true. God, I was just looking at the Patreon chat, Jetty. I called myself out for that. I should get a free pass, but I guess you're just Jetty from now on, Andy. Wow. The Marvel Hasbro, also released Endgame Marvel Legends Iron Man Mark 85 and Thanos 2-pack from the actual movie Endgame. And this ranges about 60 to 63 bucks, August 2021. And this looks pretty good. Thanos comes with 4 heads. Iron Man comes with 3 heads. It comes pretty loaded, to be honest, for that price. What do you guys think? Are you going to get this, Sean?
I will probably pass, only because I have both of these versions in SH Figuarts, but I think they both look really good. I mean, compared to the original releases, I think to get the battle damage Tony and stuff, and with some of the other weapons, and I don't really like the shield. I don't think it's big enough, but with the other little like his little sword thing that he has there, that was when he was fighting with the big 3 early in the beginning of the movie, right? Mm-hmm. And with the Thanos, like, no one's really done a mostly snapped head sculpt, you know?
Yeah, that's
like where he's starting to fade away.
Yeah.
So I think
sweet.
I think that's really innovative, and I think it's really cute, really cool. But and then to get the accurate blade too, because even with the BAF, you know, it was nowhere close to being accurate. But I mean, I think it's a little,
it was early, right?
Right. You know, it was an earlier release, but I mean, maybe it's a little too late. I don't know, but I think Thanos sells. I think Iron Man sells, so I don't think it's going to be a problem. And around 60 bucks, I mean, I don't think that's a bad price for everything that you're getting here. And it looks like a lot of the stuff you can really use this time. You know, you have a little bit more context to what you're getting.
I can't believe a lot of higher end companies haven't done a head like that where he's starting to get turned into dust from Tony's snap.
Right.
That's really cool. That's the first thing that stood out to me on this.
Well, in the last 2 head sculpts, without the armor on it, like I really can't tell the difference in it. Like maybe a little bit. So I don't know really what that's about, but you know, he kind of had that shocked looking face right before he gets dusted, and again, just to have the starting of that dusting is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and I like to include a picture of the box because if you find them in stores, it's a little easier to see that way. Plus, it's like Eddie always says, it's harder to resist when you see them in the box like that. So, yeah, no, pretty cool set. That's like the perfect 2-pack in my mind. And then they also did Avengers Age of Ultron Quicksilver for $27.99-ish, in that range again, due Q3 of this year. So this is obviously Quicksilver from Age of Ultron, not the version from WandaVision. But it's kind of cool. It comes with a bunch of parts of Ultron's drones.
Right.
So, yeah, pretty cool, but still kind of spendy for this type of figure. I know it's like movie branded, which is why it's so expensive, but...
Yeah. This head sculpt could be better.
Yeah. Not who you would... Yeah, if you would put that head sculpt on someone else, you wouldn't know that this is Quicksilver's eye. It's like I'm just drawn to his eyes and his jaw shape. It's strange.
Yeah.
But I don't like roasting Marvel Legends because we could be here. We could make a 3-hour show about roasting their head sculpts after collecting Hot Toys. But here you go, Sean. So these are some of the newer retro collection figures that we haven't really covered yet, that they released in singles. So there's Iron Man, and classic looking, obviously. Elektra, Daredevil, Black Panther, Electro, and Iceman. So there's Elektra and Electro there. $62.99 or $11.99 each. And some of these were already included in some of the 2-packs that Hasbro Pulse put out. And you can get them single now, either like $11.99, like I said, ish, depending on where you go to buy them. But yeah, pretty cool. Like you saw at the beginning of the show, pretty cool.
The Iron Man and the Black
Packaging.
Panther already make me want to get the rest of them now.
There you go. I like the Daredevil too. Like,
I like
Yeah,
the Daredevil.
he's kind of on the fence for me, but I feel like if I get the Spider-Man, the Miss Marvel, from the first wave, that I would definitely jump on the Iron Man and the Black Panther, and I feel like he would just be a good to throw in there.
So how big of a character Daredevil seems to be in the comics? It's really amazing that the MCU hasn't installed him yet. I cannot believe that. Him and Punisher both seem to be fairly big superheroes.
Right. Well, and I think they tried really hard to make him street level, like just street level.
Right.
You know?
Which makes sense, but still he's like popular amongst a
Yeah.
lot of fans, so...
Well, I mean, there's that No Way Home rumor that he's going to be Peter Parker's lawyer or whatever.
That's true. That'd be sick. That'd be awesome.
It'd be interesting to see like him go up against like Foggy, you know, like in that, like maybe Foggy is the
Persecutor?
Yeah, the persecutor on him.
Yeah.
And it would be cool to see kind of like that dynamic.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah. So, real quick, we'll just kind of run through the last bit of news here. I know Manny's got to run at 10:30, so... I know G.I. Joe Classified Series, they had reissues on Hasbro Pulse for... I know it was premium members. I don't know if it made it to standard release, but they had the Regal version, which is like the light blue and gold.
The Virgin.
That's... Virgin.
The
That's
Regal
actually the one I
version.
have on the way. And then the Snake Eye Supreme Cobra Commander. Both were restocked briefly, but make sure you just keep an eye on their back in stock page on Hasbro Pulse. You could probably get these guys again if you waited it out.
Hey!
And then this is by Fright Rags is the website or the maker of these guys. They're 3 3/4 inch scale retro action figures. I promise I didn't add these because I added these even before I knew Manny was coming on. But
Yeah.
$20 each, which is pretty spendy for this small of figures. But and and the pre-order window closed on May 4th already, but this is pretty cool, to be honest.
Yeah.
Did you see these before?
Yeah, I pre-ordered the Michael Myers. I wanted all three, but I mean, I'll be good with just Michael.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, that's
half of my wardrobe is Fright Rags, so I really like what they put out. So I'm pretty excited to see what they can do with the figure.
Yeah, because this was kind of their first line that they've done, right?
Yeah.
For figures, I thought I read somewhere that they've done like unpainteds before. But
yeah, they did like a wax like collection, and it had like 27 pieces or something. But I didn't get that. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's pretty cool. See someone else coming in with the action figures. That's good to see.
Does the Michael come with the tombstone?
Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
And I think he comes with a pumpkin also.
Oh, cool.
I think.
You'll have to let us know what you think of them once you get them in hand. Maybe.
Oh, for sure.
Manny, this could just be a quick answer. You know the Myers, the Michael Myers movie where it shows him from a kid growing up? I don't remember what that one. Yeah. Do you like
2007? Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Is that like overall like liked or disliked by the Myers community?
The first Rob Zombie film is extremely well liked by the community, but the second one is where it just falls off the bridge.
I didn't even know there was a second one, but I love that.
I don't think I saw the second one either.
That's why I wanted to know.
The first 5 minutes are cool, and then after that, it's just like weird.
I saw that Rob Zombie one in theaters. I'm pretty sure I took a girl to that one, and like there's some like gnarly scenes where like she was like looking away from, and I was like laughing.
You had your big popcorn jar, and you're just like,
oh yeah, yeah. I'm just like hole cut through the middle. No, I was like, honestly, I don't like popcorn. It's weird. I know.
I think they put a worm in my popcorn.
Yeah, Can I get a refund?
There's a gummy worm in here somewhere.
What size popcorn was it? That's what I want.
Oh, you can just get a small, long, and skinny.
Kids meal.
Yeah, so I put this in here for you, Eddie. So Diamond Select, because I leave them out for a while, or leave them out of here most of the time, but I wanted to get this pack included in here. So this is Cobra Kai San Diego Comic-Con 2021 exclusive deluxe action figure box set. So it comes with all three of them, and this is limited to 4,000. Goes for $75, due in July 2021.
These are really cool, dude.
Daniel LaRusso, Johnny Lawrence, and John Kreese. Would you get this? I think it's still in stock at quite a few places.
I'd rather wait for a 1/6 release, but I don't know if that'll ever happen. But I love Cobra Kai, obviously. I've said that before. I'm excited for the next season. I think it's season 4, right? Season 3 or season 4? I'm not sure. But the figures look great. The Kreese, I think, looks the best. The likeness is really good on the Kreese. But the LaRusso and Johnny, I know who they are, but the likeness could be better. You know?
Is that how they talk to each other? Like this?
With their hand up?
What's up? Yeah.
Yeah. They fist bump, you know?
Oh, yeah. Yep, true. And then since I was including Diamond Select, I wanted to include these guys because I think we talked about the other version of them. So this is the Muppets Bunsen and Beaker deluxe action figure set. So it's both of them for $30, and it's like after the lab exploded all over them. Kind of cool, but just want to include them on there. And then this. So this is Tron Retro deluxe action figure box set. This is by Gentle Giant. This is also a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, limited to 3,000 for $80. These you cannot find anywhere. These are pretty much sold out everywhere. from what I was able to find, should be pretty hard to get, but they're pretty sweet. I thought it was kind of cool. I was trying to find packaging, like what the packaging looked like for them, because I've seen with Tron figures, a lot of times they have pretty cool packaging, and I could not find anything for these guys. But yeah, that's our show. Thank you, everyone, tuning in. We also want to thank our Patreons. Sean, if you could hack away at them.
Yeah, we want to thank all of our Patreons. Starting with Ben Porter, Sean Fear, Ian Seeby, Renee Mendez, Eric Maricel, Quinn Aguirre, Leo Hernandez, King Louie, Mark Pearson, Paul Schreiber, James Coley, Danny Lee, Deanie Martin, Stephen Krent, Big Fern, King Zachary, Caesar Marquin, Mike Cruz, Lisa Martin, Baumsky, Bamonsky, Rick. I'm sorry, Rick. I cannot say your name.
Rick De
Alvin-
Gregorio.
Say it again.
Rick D. Gregorio.
Alvin Jules, Bo LeBoyd, Eric Ruiz, Mario Cortez, Stephen Purchase, Sean Yahtzee, Scott Bradley, Jesse Contreras, Steve and Maria Stanley, Lord Voldator, Eddie Manzanares, and Joe Corpus.
Speaking of which, Eric, I'm pretty sure I sent like a video or a meme that you post on Instagram to my buddy Justin. That's why he started following you. So, also, so for the June Patreon benefits, we got 2 stickers. We got our Small Talk sticker, with like the blue writing and stars background, and then we got the Oxfather sticker. God, that I hate calling him the Oxfather. Am I the only one who hates that? But anyways, it's a picture of Zachary. And then, so with your Sweet Angel pledge, if you want to become a Patreon, you get exclusive swag from the Collecting Weekly Network. You get stickers sent straight to your door. Sick, Eddie.
That wasn't me.
Oh.
That was
Sent straight
Sean,
to-
dude. Look at him.
That was not me.
In his
Send
fucking
What
straight.
was that?
Did someone just fart into the mic?
Maybe it was Danny Lee.
Jesus. So, with the Sweet Angel, you also get access to Ox After Dark replay. Again, it's worth it just for that, in my opinion. You'll want to watch 512 Ox After Dark yesterday's. That was a good one. Unfortunately, no one farts into the mic, but so for the next one, you get Certified Crispy, $15 a month. This one you get a figure fix by Zach. Don't message him beforehand; he'll fix any and everything. And then the What a Guy for $25 a month. You get an 18 by 24 silhouette on first pledge. I was kidding, by the way. Message Zach beforehand. Because I will say that, and then someone will just send them like an unfixable figure out of nowhere.
They don't message him anyway. They just send it to him.
So it's good. And then you also get doubles of all the stickers with the What a Guy tier, and then 1 sculpt a year painted by Darkside Customs after 3 months of pledging. And then obviously the benefits of the previous tiers. And then get your t-shirt off of T Republic here. We got a retro small talk one with the red circle in the middle. Ins and outs of collecting. They got a couple of them on there. They got my favorite one, the Only Fools instead of Only Fans one. Still the best one on there. And then the Fuck That Guy, Gooch Grease. You got them all. There's some good ones on there.
We gotta get get the Ox Plays. That's a vintage or rare tee because we don't use that logo anymore.
Oh yeah, now that one will get it before the scalpers do. Also wanted to shout out John, the Everyday Collector. Check out his YouTube
We don't
channel.
have to.
subscribe. He's our favorite Canadian ever.
Well, James is our favorite. He's more of like the Canadian that we use to fill the slot of Canada on the host show. So,
well, we gotta do it somewhere. No, he's a good sport. You guys give him a lot of shit, and to be honest, he deserves it. But no, I'm just kidding. Love having him added on the show. Congrats for being a host, John. Catch him on Collecting Weekly Live every Tuesday. We got OnlyFans and Collecting, who will upload, or their newest episode uploaded today. And then they'll go live next Thursday. They alternate Thursdays with us. We got Collecting Rarities with Rainer and Seth. The Joy of Hobbying, Ins and Outs of Collecting. Is Mario going tomorrow? I haven't seen him put up
he should
yet.
be, yeah.
Okay.
He should be going tomorrow.
So, Ins and Outs of Collecting with Mario, he does that on Fridays.
Should be every other Friday. It's just this week and last week, there's two in a row because he did a May the 4th show. And then, so now he's back on track this week.
He just posted it too.
Gotcha. He just said maybe tomorrow in our chat as well.
Nope,
so
it's definitely happening.
Jeez. Well, all right. I guess Eddie runs the show there. Collecting Weekly Live Unboxing. That's actually been very popular. I think John kind of runs that, but I know Sean, Eddie, you guys have been on there. Yeah. Manny, have you hopped on it?
Yeah, I was on it yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Oh, nice. That's right. Before After Dark. And then, After Dark, probably the best show on the network. Zach's gonna cut my nuts off. And then Ox Plays with the updated logo with the controller.
Manny has been killing it on
Thank you.
the logos and the stickers, and I can't wait for the public to see all of the stuff you've shown us recently.
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah,
I'm really excited about those.
You do a good job.
Thank you.
Zach, whatever Zach says about you isn't true. Yeah, it's a good show. Went pretty long, Manny. I know you got to run, so thank you everyone for tuning in to this week's episode of Small Talk, the show where we talk about absolutely nothing important at all. Good night, guys.